day 4. So on day 4, I spoke to the controller company, MGM, and I just had them talk me through the settings because I was really dissatisfied with the way it was driving yesterday. Earlier today, I uploaded a video of it driving for 2 minutes. Actually drove for about 10 minutes, sorry, more like 7 minutes. But the GoPro battery cuts off, so halfway, so the end of the video is where the battery just cuts out. On the camera, not on the robot. The robot drove really well. Came out of it nice and warm inside, so everything's working quite well. Not boiling hot like it was yesterday. So fairly pleased with how that went. Spent the rest of the day working on the lifter. And this is the lifter. So it's currently in its upright position. And yeah, there's video of it working. The video of it working is it running on 6S, which is half the voltage that it will normally run. The other thing it was running on was it was running on one of my Rage bridges rather than the VESC that it will be running on, and it's also got some limit switches which currently aren't on there but will be on there, and they are to stop it from overdriving and smashing the gearbox to pieces, which it's done twice now. Did it once at RoboGames and didn't realise it had done it until I brought it home. This shaft here was snapped in the middle. I'll talk about the setup of the gearbox in a minute. So I didn't realise it had done that. The motor was turning, the gear was turning, but none of the other gears were turning, and I couldn't figure out why. From the driver's position, because I could hear the motor going and nothing was lifting. I was like, that doesn't make sense. So yeah, that was a pain in the ass. And then when I changed that shaft, the gear jammed for some reason. Something got in and jammed it, and that snapped it. So I've actually upgraded this shaft, which is the one I've just done today. So this shaft has been upgraded from what it was, probably an EN8 shaft, to an EN24 with a high tensile gear. There we go. So this is the latest weapon lifting system. I'd like to go hydraulic because Predator's hydraulics are pretty good. Really pleased with how they work. They're a little big for Foxic, but we can get a slightly smaller one, which would be perfect. Anyway, currently we're running this bad boy, and it's got a brushless motor here, which is a 6355, 190 kV motor. That drives stage 1, which is there, and then that drives stage 2, which is there, and that drives stage 3, which is there, and that drives stage 4, which is there, and stage 5 is driven off the other side, which is attached to the arm down yonder. There's a triple bearing across the back there. There's normally double bearings in the middle, apart from on this guy, who has a triple bearing, because there's a cavity there and a shaft sticking out, which is where another bearing goes to support it. I haven't put that in just yet because it doesn't fit. So the plate that I've made that goes there to support the bearing is a little bit too big. So that's one of my jobs for probably tomorrow now, to get that trimmed down and have it into position. And then it can go in here, which is even better. So here's the video of it going up and down. And that's it lifting. So I was really pleased with it. The difference being that on the day of combat it's going to be on a trigger, which is on my my radio there, and that's flicked by my thumb. So, it doesn't have speed control, so it's just up or down, which is why I need the limit switches. So, when I've got it on testing and I can go slowly up and slowly down, like in that video, I can stop it before it hits the deck. Whereas in the heat of battle, I'm overdriving it, it's coming down and it's snapping things. So Rory Mangles, who helped us out at Battle Boss with Predator, has made me a limit switch controller, which is going to go on probably this weekend. Going to need to, I think. I'd like to have it done this weekend. And that will solve my overdriving on my finger. So the plan for tomorrow is to install the lifter into Foxic. After I've done those other things, like put the bearing housing on that one side and probably attach the limit switches. So once I've done that, it can go in, and once that's gone in, it's going to be a case of putting in the anti-tipping thing on the front, and then it is done. It really is done. It's genuinely done then. And I cannot wait for it to be done. Not because I'm sick of it. I'm really loving this build because it's been so easy to do, because it's been so well planned that basically it can't go wrong at this point. That's the idea anyway. I say that, it's all going to go wrong now, isn't it? Touch wood. Touch wood. Right. So tomorrow, fit the last stuff to the weapon gearbox, then fit the weapon gearbox, and then fit the anti-tipper. Theoretically then, apart from some run-in stuff, it's done. Yeah. There's some more stuff to go onto so there's a hard plate, which is what holds the sides to the body, and there are a few of the pins, so I've got these dowel pins which they hammer into the side and they're welded to the Hardox plate, and they help hold everything in position. They're ready to go. They're good to go in, but they're going to be one of the last things that I do put in. So yeah, but they need to go in. They are literally the last job. It's fun, interesting. But once they're in, that's it. It's finished. It's then down to things like paint, and I will paint it after I've done some testing where it's going to fight Predator, which would be good. So as long as it flips Predator, I think we're in a good position. So yeah, onwards.